Um, why should teens be tried as adults if in 2005 the Supreme Court banned the death penalty for juvenile offenders because people under 18 are immature, irresponsible, um, and sustainable to peer pressure and often capable of change, written in the article from New York Times. Adult time for adult crime may be a catchy phrase, but it reflects a poor understanding of criminal justice principles. If the punishment is to fit the crime, both the nature of the offense and cul- the capability or moral responsibility of the offender must be taken into account. As the U.S. Supreme Court has repeatedly recognized, the blameworthiness of children cannot be compared with that of an adult, even when they commit the same crime. Teens are called teenagers for a reason. Their brain or mind isn't fully developed yet. We want to help our teens get better and learn from their mistakes, not send them to jail for life. It doesn't help them, but adults know what they're doing, as teens don't always make the right decisions. Adults' brains are fully matured and they had years of experience making the right decisions and knowing right from wrong. With appropriate treatment, most children who commit crimes, even the most violent crimes, can still be rehabilitated and become responsible adults because their brain is still changing and they are still learning. Teens also shouldn't go to jail because their brains aren't fully developed, when actually it's a fact that your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25 years old. The prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain that weighs outcomes, forms judgments, and controls impulses and emotions. Scientists form the prefrontal cortex is immature in teens compared to adults until fully developed. Studies have shown that teenagers' mental energy is this decision making is in the back of their brain, whereas adults doing their process in the front. Adult brains are wired to notice errors in decision making better, but a teen wouldn't notice any error. It is the part of the brain that seeks pressure and reward. Teens should have a second chance. If they mess up once, what makes you think they'll mess up again? Teens shouldn't be able to be tried as adults because they aren't adults themselves. They should go to jail. Um, they shouldn't go to jail for 25 years to life. They should at least get the chance to work out their crime by doing community service or something else. It is wrong to hold children and teens as adults in other areas of the law. The court realizes that difference between children and adults. Children are not permitted the same rights and responsibilities as adults, such as voting, smoking, joining the military, etc., because we know their inability to make adult decisions, so we cannot hold them responsible as adults. We don't say this is a very important election, so let's let all of the kids vote. We don't say this is a very important war, so let's give all of our children weapons and send them to fight. So why do we say this case isn't different and this child does not deserve to be treated as an adult and lock him away in a violent prison? There are better alternatives than harsh prisons. In prisons, it would be rougher on teenagers because they would be put with cruel and twisted adult criminals. Teenagers should be punished for by being put in homes under watch and being counseled instead. These alternatives allow the youth to better themselves and to have a second chance. Teenagers are our future, and we need to they need to be brought up correctly. In many states, they allow teenage offenders as young as 14 to be transferred from the juvenile system to adult courts. From there, most of the teenagers who are tried as adults and sentenced to life in adult institutions are placed in level 4 maximum security prisons that are extremely violent. Children in adult prisons are 5 times as likely to be sexually assaulted, twice as likely to be beaten by staff, 50% more likely to be attacked with a weapon, and 8 times more likely to commit suicide as children in juvenile facilities. Increased transfer has been shown to reduce um, increased transfer has never been shown to reduce juvenile crime. Recent research demonstrates that transferring children from juvenile courts to adult courts doesn't decrease victimization and, in fact, actually increases crime. Children are uniquely positioned in reformed and redemption. Juvenile detention faculties generally have the program in place and aid in the process of reformations. Prisons do not.